Andre Ward sends a message to Canelo Alvarez and doing some training and showing off his shoes. If Canelo wants to smoke, I'm ready. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. I'm gonna keep this one very short for you guys. If you guys don't know who Andre Ward is, Andre Ward was a former pound for pound at super middleweight. He was on the verge of getting undisputed against a guy by the name of Boucher, I believe. He was clearly big ducking Andre Ward for undisputed, and so that's why Andre Ward never got disputed, because the guy has never gave Andre Ward a shot. And Canelo Alvarez is the first undisputed champion, first Mexican undisputed champion, and now we could potentially see this fight come to the horizon if Canelo Alvarez calls Andre Ward out. Andre Ward is 36 years of age, so I don't know how good Andre Ward is going to be. He has basically had a 4-year layoff. We know why he had to lay off, because of some injuries, knee injuries and all sorts of other injuries he had. That's why he had took off at an early age, the age of 32, in the sport of boxing. But how would this fight come into fruition if they fought? There's a lot of things that could happen, but Andre Ward is teasing Canelo Alvarez by showing short videos of him training, showing off using his boxing shoes and all this other stuff he's doing, especially training. And Andre Ward is still that dude, in my opinion. I think that he's going to give Canelo Alvarez the hardest fight of his life if they fought. But knowing the experience Canelo Alvarez I have Canelo Alvarez by a small margin, because we don't know how Andre Ward is going to look against Canelo Alvarez. Andre Ward needs a tune-up fight. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. If Andre Ward jumps straight to Canelo Alvarez, he's not going to win that fight. He's just not going to win that fight. That's just my opinion. A 4-year layoff is a big layoff. You know, with the injuries he had, it's a huge jump to take. And I have Canelo Alvarez beating Andre Ward. And if Canelo Alvarez beat Andre Ward, Canelo Alvarez is clearly one of the best Mexican fighters of all history. You have to put him up there with Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. You have to put him up there, because Andre Ward was the boogeyman at 168 and 175. And Canelo Alvarez can be the same boogeyman from 168 to 175 as well. But with that being said, I would like to see Andre Ward come back to fight Canelo Alvarez. I think that he has a chance to beat Canelo Alvarez. If he looks similar to what he fought Sergey Kovalev, I think he can beat Canelo Alvarez. But if the injuries come into play and the reflexes, the timing is off, I just don't think he's going to be able to beat Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo Alvarez have been staying active for a while now, and he's looking to fight, and he's looking to continue to fight and to the end. And I just think that Canelo Alvarez can beat Andre Ward. It's going to be a hard task for both guys, for Canelo Alvarez and Andre Ward, but it's going to be a very great fight, and they'll do massive pay-per-view numbers. But with that being said, Andre Ward is teasing Canelo Alvarez. Look, you want the smoke? Come see me. With that being said, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.